tag list. Niaje, Sancha Commander, then Mara, and then August. Okay.
I'm going to call targets still because, as I said, I deviate a bit. It depends on the site, and it also depends on the kind of the fleet composition we have. So there's a usual guideline, but sometimes FCs will deviate.
By the way, I am now recording.
Okay, so now if you don't align, if you don't do things right, posterity will know about it. Align down the gate.
Hi, Mom.
We have 2 Ls, activate the gate. And do me one favor, do not die. I don't want to have this recorded.
Well, that'll be edited.
I got insurance.
Can we actually use stunt pilots for the more dangerous parts of this video?
Har. Okay, lock or move when you land, please. Otherwise, your logistics pilots cannot lock you up. Target is invulnerable. Target is invulnerable. There we go.
Alright. Nice tags on the Yaja, followed by the Auga and the Delta.
Five Eisters.
Drones out, drones out.
Set them to assist Martin Vanzel.
Thank you for that.
In an override transfer array, this gigantic thing here repairs the Sancha rats. So we have to have a hacker use a data analyzer on this logistics control array. It is a spawn container on your overview to stop that. With the hack being complete, our DPS don't have to put up with Sancha shield dripping.
Second wave, Nyarjas, August Delta.
Nyarsha Myelans are ECM jammers, they need to die fast. And yes, I am recording this for the video.
Yeah, I assumed as much. You were recording comms as well.
Mm-hmm. Also, I'm also transmitting this for your benefit. The video will record my microphone regardless of whether I hit push to talk or not, but I figured somebody might want to add something that I've forgotten, just in case.
It's gonna be a YouTube video.
Yes.
Do I get a portion of the advertisement payout?
I do not currently monetize my videos. It involves a lot of video footage of the game itself. I don't have permission from Crowd Control Productions to monetize.
You should have your agent sort this out.
Yeah. Have your people call my people.
Are you admitting to working for CCP?
Devs do not disclose who their alts are.
In years from now, when I run for office, you guys will all point to this video and say, he was a player.
Yeah, and we're gonna say that was from where it all went downhill.
Why would you vote for someone who played such an aggressive game?
Well, it's better than having real-life wars, in my opinion.
I remember something in like an election like a year or two ago in America where some Republican was putting out advertisements against a Democrat because she played World of Warcraft.
Yeah, she played a filthy rogue.
Rogues do it from behind.
Easy,
Keep in
guys.
mind,
PG-13.
this will be on my YouTube channel, please. Thank you.
Nyarja, Olga, Delta.
I'll just edit that out.
No, I want you guys to all behave.
Tag, please.
On it. Or the Archer is dead. There we go.
If you are missing tags, don't wait. Shoot one of the ships which is already damaged.
What's scary is I think I'm starting to get this.
Yeah, and as soon as you start dreaming about it or whimpering in your sleep, then you got the bug.
Yeah, I knew the day when I was playing too much World of Warcraft. It was the day when I was driving down the street and I looked in the upper left-hand corner of my field of view for my HUD and it wasn't there, and I realized, oh yeah, there's no HUD in real life.
Can we have a new line, please?
Of
There
course
you go,
there's
please, right?
Of course there's a HUD in real life. It's called Google Glass.
Pull drones, pull drones.
All drones returning to drone bay.
Ivy Warrior 2's pull pull. And off we go.
Now only if my application for sophomore could ever get approved.
As Seamus is recording this, I want you all to broadcast in position. There, doesn't that look nice?
Yeah, in a Vanguard fleet, you're only going to have 10 or 11 people, and as a logistics ship, I can target lock up to 10 things, so I can keep the entire rest of the Vanguard fleet target locked at all times. So if somebody's taking damage, I'm going to see it. But assaults involve 20 pilots, headquarters involve 40. I cannot keep 20 or 40 people target locked all at once. So an assault and a headquarters site, if you don't broadcast that you need shields, the logistics are going to let you die because they don't know that you're in trouble.
Okay, everybody's on grid. Logi Ls are there. Activate the gates.
Logistics put Ls in fleet chat to indicate that they are at 75% speed and ready to go in at any time. You really do not want to go into a site if you don't have your logistics cruisers with you.
Okay, this is our first NCO. We're gonna see 4 waves of ships. Deploy drones immediately. Shoot everything, including the Eistes. And we're gonna go in the order Nyarja, Romi, Tama.
So you mentioned it earlier, and I didn't ask. You say you deviate from my listed DPS. I was wondering which deviation you make.
Well, I think there is specifically a discussion between the FCs whether or not the Romi should always be targeted at a given time. I think we've come to the conclusion that you go for Augur before Romi because they have similar damage output, but the Augur can be killed quicker. And I've seen some of the older lists which still show that the Romi is to be killed before the Augur, so that's usually deviate. And also if you have a lot of Vindicators which can take care of the frigates, then you can also have your drone bunny attack the targeted ships. And if you do that, you can basically choose to go with the target order or backwards to better get the drones into play. So basically you have a variation there. Overall, the idea is to take out the damage as quick as possible.
Is that list what you would suggest for Drone Bunny?
Well, right now, looking at the fleet composition, let me see, do we still have 2 Vindicators? No, we don't. So that would mean I'm flying a Vindicator, and the Drone Bunny would shoot the frigates first.
Be advised that the fleet is currently being recorded for an instructional YouTube video on incursions. Your voice will be going on YouTube, whoever just came in. Hello! And I need to be paying more attention to my other logistics ship.
Thank you.
bad logic.
Yeah, indeed. That I absolutely should not have let Corona Fell go down to 30%.
If that happens, and I blame myself here for not paying attention to the watch list, shout out, say pilot name needs reps if you see something like that.
Yeah, if it's an emergency, you can break.
So yeah, YouTube, that was an example of what not to do. Do not pay so little attention that somebody's shields, especially your other logistics pilot, is dropping down below half.
Makuro has full room aggro.
It's Jim Parsons for the YouTube video. For the drone bunny, the standard order is Niarjas, Schmels, Tamas, Venians, and Eisters, although you may not see all of those in a given site.
And all of these are, of course, frigates, so that makes sense. And if I haven't told you already, the Schmale are Scrammers, so you don't like the Schmale. Basically, you don't like any Sancha at all. Actually, Seamus, do you think it would be possible to comment your video with your combat log, just to give the people who watch this the impression of how much damage we are actually dealing and receiving, because this might not come across?
I'm not sure how best to do that. I'm not the one who's being shot most of the time. But just to give you some perspective, this fleet is currently benefiting... Whoa. Yeah, another case of Seamus Dunhu not paying attention to somebody's shield bar. This fleet is benefiting from off-grid boosters and off-grid boosters. Somebody using siege warfare links and skirmish warfare links from a command ship. So if I show info on one of my Tech 2 shield transporters, my activation time is only 3.34 seconds. My activation cost is only 38.9 gigajoules. Without the off-grid boosters, these numbers would be larger. It would take more capacitor to run these things, they would run slower. Without the benefit of an off-grid booster, we would need 3 logistics cruisers rather than 2.
Okay, break. Third wave, Sergeant Nation Commander is primary, followed by the Augur. I had to call this because Sergeant Nation Commander is a frigate, which does as much damage as 4 of the Tama, so he's very hard hitting.
Makuru Tatsu needs shield, as I see in the broadcast, so I can click the broadcast.
Please continue.
Sorry, yeah, Makuru Tatsu needs shield, I click on the broadcast, which selects him since I already have him target locked. Or I can just control left click to target lock him if I did not already have him target locked. I can target lock people from broadcasts, which is what logistics pilots rely on in assaults and headquarters. But yeah, without warfare links, you're going to need 3 logistics cruisers. Scimitars or Basilisk for shield fleets, Onieros or Guardians for armor fleets. 3 logistics cruisers if you don't have an off-grid booster. 2 logistics cruisers if you do have a very good off-grid booster running either the siege or the armor warfare links.
Okay, remember we're going to have another wave. On this side there are 4 waves. This is going to be the final one, Nyarja. And after that, kill what you can slow down and what you find in range. Tama preferred.
Yeah. By the way, the Tama Cerebellums, although they're frigate-sized targets, they shoot torpedoes. Yeah, they shoot torpedoes, which do a lot of damage to battleships, but they do diluted damage to battle cruisers and smaller. So, Tama Cerebellums can be very nasty to the battleships in your fleet. A Sancha's Nation Commander fires torpedoes that do about 4 or 5 times as much damage as the torpedoes from a Tama Cerebellum. That's why in the 3rd wave, that Sancha Nation's commander needs to die fast. Now we're down to Eisters and Renans, which don't put out nearly as much damage. But yeah, it's a huge amount of damage that Incursion... Whoa!
Aggro shift.
Yeah, Leonard Chong, full room aggro. Half room aggro.
Okay, fleet align. If you hear that kind of uh-oh from your logistics pilot, you want to pay close attention.
Yeah, usually I go uh-oh while I'm in the middle of explaining something and suddenly something happens, like they all start shooting me.
Pull your drones.
By the way, I'm not actually on my Seamus Dunhu character for this fleet. I'm on an out-of-alliance alt. And drones are in.
Wing what, please?
Actually, do we want a nation mining colony for the purposes of the video?
Yeah, can do. We have enough ore, I think. Does one of the Logi pilots have a prop mod?
Seamus Dunhu does.
Alright, then we can go for an NMC as well. Who was speaking to me about having a sightseeing tour? Now we're gonna have one.
Thank you.
Yeah, for the new pilots and fleet, this is Nation Mining Colony. Or Seamus, would you like to have the honors and explain stuff?
First of all, let me wing warp. Ninja warp. Take the warp. So, in an override transfer array and a Nation Commander outpost, you just basically need to kill everything. The override transfer array complicates things because there's a logistics tower. You want to use a data analyzer on that spawn container to put a stop to that logistics tower, preferably. Optional. With the Nation Mining Colony, however, we need to destroy a Sancha battle station inside the site, but it is immune to normal weapons. It does, however, have an ore processing facility, and we feed it an explosive ore called Lyavite. That will make it blow up from the inside out.
Align down the gate.
Lyavite is a variant of Kernite for the purposes of your overview. 2 Ls.
Take the gate. And in this site you're going to deploy drones as soon as you land on grid. Those of you who have range, there's a ship called the Mara, a logistics ship. Try to kill the Mara if you can, otherwise go for the Romy.
Is anybody carrying Lyavite and wants to jettison it? Or should I start using mining drones?
I'll jettison it. Once that jettison.
Copy that, I see it.
And make sure to kill the Eisters in this site.
Alright, Lyavite on board.
Logi pilots, when the third wave has established, you can run or at your own discretion.
Copy that. Now, the input for the Lyavite isn't visible yet. It won't be visible until we kill the Romithalamus or the Romithalami of the third wave. This is only the first wave. But it's going to appear somewhere near that asteroid colony off in the distance over there. I've just clicked on it. Now, the way the site was designed by Crowd Control Productions, one normally mines the Lyavite from the Lyavite asteroid over there on the left. Most players don't want to do this, however. Lyavite can be obtained from
Makuro needs reps.
Switching.
Thanks.
Yes, note that the good Professor Dunahoo is being a bad example here. A multitasking logistics is very bad for the reason you're seeing right now. I let his shields drop to 2/3. That's not good. Do as I say, not as I do. Yes, I am being a hypocrite here. I apologize.
And personally, I would have waited until my shields were down a little bit further, but for educational purposes, if you are in a fleet and you feel you don't receive the reps, just, shout out on Mumble, signal again. Maybe somebody just didn't get it. It's not out of malice, it just happens.
Yes, we do not want our people exploding. Anyway, most players will obtain Lyavite from a level 2 mining mission called... What is the name of the mission? I don't remember.
Something or other.
You can look it up from survival.org. I'll put a link in the description. But there's a level 2 mining mission that asks you to grab 5,000 Lyavite. What players will actually do is they'll grab 4,900 Lyavite, and then they'll leave the mission alone until downtime. After downtime, the mission site will respawn with a fresh amount of 5,000 Lyavite. They'll mine 4,900 from it again, leave it alone until downtime. After downtime, they'll grab another 4,900 Lyavite, so on and so forth. After 6 days, Niarjas kill the Niarjas. 1, 2, 3. After 5 or 6 days of this, they'll actually mine the full 5,000 Lyavite, and then turn in the mission. And then they will start running more level 2 mining missions until they get that particular mission again. I forget the name of the level 2 mining mission involved, but that's how a lot of players will get their Lyavite.
Unknown events.
Now, if you want to mine the Lyavite inside the nation mining colony, there are some things you need to be aware of. Mining that asteroid will trigger mining spawns. Additional incursion rats can show up. They're usually not a threat, but an Orkashu Magellan might appear. It is also an ECM jammer, just like the Niarja Magellan. That needs to die. Shmail Medullas and Thomas Cerebellums are warp scramblers. They also need to die. If you have Mining Drone Operation Level 5 and Drone Interfacing Level 5, and you have Tech 2 mining drones, you can send your 5 Tech 2 mining drones off to that asteroid to go mine it, and they will pull 260 Lyavite in a single pass. You need 255 Lyavite to make this battle tower go boom. But most players consider it a nuisance to try and mine inside the site because they don't want to deal with the extra... They don't want to deal with the extra mining spawns and repairs on Kuroda Fell. Kuroda, you have a microphone, yes?
I do.
Okay. Feel free to interrupt at any time and scream, Seamus! Seamus!
No worries, you're doing fine.
After the site I need to go, pick the next DD on the waitlist. I put it in fleet.
Okay. Oh wait, was this the third site? Third wave?
The third wave is coming up.
Alright, I'm starting my run.
So Vinay, are you in Mumble?
Okay, so you see the auger on the field, that means it's the third wave, and Logic can start its run.
Can you X up in Incursion?
Alright, I have my cargo hold open. I am approaching this asteroid colony with an afterburner running. If I didn't have an afterburner, I would have started my run about 2 minutes sooner. Probably around the start of the second wave.
So Venna, the system we're running is in the message of the day in the fleet tab. Please make your way there.
I try to shield transport only as necessary because I don't want to. I don't want these rats to aggro onto me, because if they start chasing me, they're going to be out of range to be shot at by the fleet.
Are you trying to talk, Savannah?
Yeah, actually I tried. I don't know, can you hear me?
We can hear you now.
Break, we have split damage, kill the auger before the roaming. Thank you. Please continue.
Sorry, that was me.
And in case there are any Logi here who don't like to leave a fleet hanging, we do have Logi on the wait list. I'm just letting you know you don't have to actually leave.
Never tell the Logi there's replacement. Shh, be quiet.
Well, like, the guy doing the YouTube video is Logi, and I think he's got a DD also, so if you wanted to switch...
Pull drones, pull drones.
Hold on, let me... Okay, the Nation Ore Refinery has just appeared. I'm right next to it already. I shove in the Lyavite.
Fleet align.
I double-click...
That's going to be it for me.
Pull drones,
Thank
pull
you for
drones.
coming.
And the battle tower has exploded. And that is a Nation mining colony, and with that, you have now seen each of the 3 types of Vanguard sites in Incursions. Fleet Donahue pulled drones. For those of you watching on YouTube, that is it for this episode. Thank you for watching.